and thanks for watching. If you haven't already clicked that subscribe button, please make sure you do, as I can keep you updated on future projects like this mini here. So if you haven't already seen on my social media channels, we have a Cooper S, but not only that, but it's a Cooper S John Cooper Works. It's number 16, so it's a really low number. So I'm really excited we can get our hands on such a low number, Cooper S John Cooper Works. This car, of course, does need some work. It's not in particularly bad condition to have a look at, but it does need some work to be able to restore it to its former glory, and that is exactly what we're going to do. So let's have a look at the car and let's have a look at some of the work that needs doing.
Now, if you didn't already know, all these Cooper S Works started life from the factory as a Cooper S, and it was actually an upgrade kit available at your local BMW mini dealership or John Cooper Works garage. Now, that included an upgraded cylinder head, a reduction supercharged pulley, colder spark plugs, a JCW catback exhaust with decorated JCW tips, a Teflon coated supercharger, a remapped ECU, and then the decorative badges that you'll see front and rear, as well as a numbered rocker cover plate.
And as Minnie was so proud of them, as it was actually John Cooper Works' son that helped them work on this first generation of Cooper S Works, they all came with a certificate.
Now, you may have already noticed it's missing its number plates, and the reason for that is we've ordered some to look like the originals it would have had when it was originally registered, that would have had the mini marking on them. And yes, this John Cooper Works is missing its badge, so it will need a badge fitting to the left of the boot lid. Bodywork wise, it's not in bad shape. There's some adjustment needed to the bumper here. There's also a smart repair needed to the bumper. This headlight needs adjusting at the back, and you'll notice there's some very small dents that can be easily removed, but the parking sensors are all in working order. If you don't know, silver can be quite a hard colour to match, so I'm glad it only does a smart repair. I polished with a few scratches and chips on the doors. If you're eagle-eyed, you may have noticed this trim is missing, as well as another one, and around about £30 to replace from Mini, so not massively expensive. However, if you do want to source any first generation John Cooper Works or GP parts, then you're getting into expensive territory. So if you're used to seeing the nice diamond cut alloys on the third generation of John Cooper Works, you might think they are not the standard alloys that came on the vehicle, but they are. They do need refurbishing, so the backs are particularly bad, the paint's peeling. The fronts aren't bad themselves, but we are still going to get all four done so they match. This is the genuine grille, and I'm glad it had this on it, as they are quite hard to source a replacement. We do have a Works rear window sticker to replace this one, which would have been in the window from the dealer. In the boot, there's an Alpine disc changer. I have got to check if that's a genuine part or not. It's also got the Works parcel shelf in place, slightly different to a standard Cooper S parcel shelf due to the venting design.
So you might have seen the parts in the boot. So there's an oil dipstick as the old one snapped off, which is quite a common thing to happen. There's a Cooper S door sill entry strip to fit the driver's side, and this door also needs adjusting as it won't stop in place, so that just needs some adjustment. With the seats being black leather, they are bound to crack over time. Same with the steering wheel being leather, it's bound to wear over use due to the age of the vehicle, and these are things that we can all repair and improve ourselves. And of course, it is expected with the age of the vehicle. Interior wise though, all things considered, it is actually in really good condition. So there isn't any damage on any of the seats except the wear that you see on the front seat, which is really easily fixed. It's just some scuffing, a bit of scuffing on the front steering wheel, which again is pretty easily fixed. The interior hasn't been modified in any way, so there's no modifications to remove, and everything is in working condition on the central console. As you can see on here, it's got the GPS navigation. Then you've got the sunroof. Of course, these do need servicing, so we will have a look at the seals on this. Luckily, it isn't leaking, but it does need a really good clean out, and we of course will get all the seals serviced, which again we can do ourselves. And because tracing electric problems can be an absolute pain, we of course did check the sunroof worked before we purchased it. Now of course, when you start to look at this engine in the car, and any car, then that's where the real money has to be spent. So potentially we might need to do an engine rebuild on this Cooper S Works. It might need a timing chain, and I'm sure once we get into it there'll be a few other parts that we do need. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already clicked subscribe, please make sure you do, as we don't only have this mini project, we also have another mini project that is on the way. It's not quite of this quality or this excitability. It's one of them where we either fix it or we break it, so definitely make sure to keep updated. Thanks again for watching.